again. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing. It's life, right? It's life. We all understand that. It's life. Hi, I'm Julie in Stitches 16. My pronouns are she, her. I am also Julie in Stitches 16 on Instagram. Welcome back. It's so good to be here with you, my friends. I have missed you. I am excited to be here. My stitchy cup has been filled 10 times over. My heart has grown, my stitchy heart has grown 10 times. This is a channel primarily about cross stitch, although I am a multi-crafter. I practice lots of crafts. I am a knitter, a crocheter, I sew. A beginner sewer, but I practice the sewing. Practice makes progress. I am also a lover of lots of other things as well, and willing to try almost anything, right, Jamie? Maybe a woodworker in the near future, and possibly a teeny tiny knitter crocheter. Oh. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to try to not make this a feature-length film. If I spent the time that was needed to really give you a very clear picture of everything that has happened, specifically in the last month, I would need 4 hours. It would be a Jessie Marie Does Stuff Whip Parade, feature length, double length, 2-part, 3-part, trilogy, epic, Star Wars. But okay, now I'm rambling, so let's stop. I don't know why my eyes are so dry today. Okay, so let's go. So first of all, July, Midsummer Stitch, hosted by Stephanie Webb and her husband, from Lindy Stitches, an online stitchy retreat of sorts, similar, of course, to those of you that have attended the Jingle Ball. This is a similar format, the same kind of platform, where you go, you log in, you get to go to stitchy rooms. They have stitchy speed dating. They have different presentations in the main ballroom. They did not have shopping this time. The Jingle Ball usually includes shopping, but for a very, 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 very low nominal fee of $8, you got 24 hours or more of time to spend with friends, with stitchy friends. And it was amazing. I am going to forget people, but please trust that if I met you and I spent time with you, I enjoyed every single minute of it, because I enjoy every single minute that I get to spend with any stitchy friends. You're all incredibly good humans, but just to highlight a few, Alex is Salix Stitchers. She is one of the organizers of the Instagram where she posts all the where they post all the sales, and the name is escaping me now. I had to do a take 2 on this. My computer decided not to record about 30 minutes, so now I'm trying to remember. You know, we've all been there. Salander, the cross stitch Salander, along with the Hathaway Stitchers, who I also got to spend some really quality time with. I'm gonna pick favorite children. Sorry. They're some of my faves. They're amazing human beings. Amazing. The best. The greatest. Fanny from Cross Stitch Couture, who, I'm sorry I haven't been asking about your birds lately, but I've been thinking about them, and I'm going to see you today in a little while, so hopefully, so we'll talk about birds. Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, Allison from Cross Stitch the Globe, and we are now, along with Nikki, who is, Got Stitches, we are doing a Packer Stitch Along. Go Pack Go. It is preseason football time. I am still in baseball mode, but I'm looking and noticing and feeling out our team for the year. And Cam Hi Cam. Cam the Stitcher and I finally got to have like actual voice-to-voice conversation. I love and adore her so much, and we'll meet. We'll meet, my darling. We will meet. Then, like a couple weeks after that, the Needleminders and I had our second annual retreat. The Needleminders consist of myself, Sarah from Modcross, hi Sarah, Nithya from Daybreak Stitchery, and Miriam from Marumi Crafts. We call ourselves the Quad City Needleminders. Last year we met in the Quad Cities, Iowa, Illinois, and spent one really long day and night together. This year we turned it into 3 days, which was fabulous. We met in Davenport, Iowa at Sarah's parents' house. They fed us a delicious meal. Her mom gave us a tour of her quilting heaven. Oh, just quilt master, a master of quilting. Her studio is goals. She made us all these little favors that were at the table when we sat down to eat our delicious lunch. A little button flower vase that got a little bent, but that's okay, in my car. We then drove up to our Airbnb near Roscoe, Illinois. Oh, we went to Be Stitch Me. How can I forget that? I mean, you'll see that later, so don't worry. If I didn't say it now, it would be said later. You would know that I went to Be Stitch Me. It was Miriam's first time at Be Stitch Me, so that was fun. Yeah, damage was done. Then we drove to our Airbnb near Roscoe, Illinois. The purpose for staying there was so that we could visit B-E-E, Beautiful Sip and Stitchery in Roscoe, Illinois, a new LNS run by Brett and her husband, who were exceptional hostesses. We kind of took over the shop, laying out fabric and kitting up projects. Her mom was surging for us, and she was amazing and delightful. We sat down in her stitching room and stitched for a little bit. We had an amazing meal at a local vegan brewery, which I had to joke that being from Wisconsin, I said I don't think we have vegan restaurants. But it was delicious. I would highly recommend. I forget what the name was. Pig Mines, and it wasn't in Roscoe. It was near, I think, more closer to Rockford, McChesney Park. Just give my brain a minute. And light bulbs, I must be pretty fast today because there's no way that's happening like on a normal day. I've been drinking coffee for quite some time this morning. We had a whole day of just stitching. We did watch Jessie Marie's WIP parade, 4 hours. We did before and after photos to see how much we could get done, and I had a finish in that period of time. So that was fun. We had a freebie table. We had a finish parade table. We did like all the things with just the 4 of us. And again, my stitchy heart grew 10 times. And it was fabulous and amazing. And I enjoy each and every second that I get to spend with those lovely, lovely human beings, whether it be Zoom or in person. And we're already making plans for next year. So, yay! Then I might as well have kept my suitcases packed, because 2 weeks after that, I had the absolutely divine privilege of going to Welcome Stitchery in Blue Earth, Minnesota. Jamie from the Pink Stitchers. Unfortunately, Chris was unable to come with us. And then 2 friends of ours met us there, Tammy and Kathy. Jamie picked me up. She went over the river and through the woods to my house. Picked me up and drove me there. I love her so much. I love you. Like, she's just the most awesome friend and human being. And I can't thank her enough I'm so happy to have done this so that I could meet all of these people, all of them. Anyways, so welcome Stitchery and welcome weekend. Gosh, where do I start? What do I say? I got to meet a lot of fantastic other Flosstubers from across the country. Like the Bougie Stitchers, Jen and Nancy, were there from Wyoming. They are amazing. So much fun. Kathy and Missy from Two Needles Pulling Thread were there from Maine. In Blue Earth, Minnesota, like little teeny tiny Blue Earth, Minnesota, which has a lot to offer. Like, don't let me say that and have you paint a vision in your mind that it's just some small whatever kind of time. I mean, so welcome Stitchery, which is mind-bogglingly awesome stitching store. Justine's got everything you could need and more in there. There was a yarn shop down the hallway. Danger. Danger. And a quilt store down the road. Plus there was other like little antique stores and countryside reef buying, farmhouse goods. Like, we didn't even go in there. My pocketbook was like, no. Quilting, stitching, yarn, you're done. Quilting, stitching, yarn, you're done. Yeah. So, and then I can't say the highlight because the highlight was the whole experience, but friends, Carolyn Manning was a surprise guest and brought a trunk show. Carolyn Manning. So not only did I buy 2 of her patterns because, well, duh. She signed them for me. And I had the absolute privilege, again, I'm going to say this. I'm going to use the word. I had some really long conversations with Carolyn, who I am going to call my friend. Carolyn, you're my friend. We have so much in common. She's such a amazing human being. Amazing human being. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I'm speechless. If I'm in Mankato, I'm totally going to meet her and go out for lunch or whatever, and also go, like, she recommended, she brought me in some arthritis cream to try, and there's an indigenous woman-run shop that she buys things from, and she brought it in for us to try. What else? Justine was fun and fabulous, and the shop is amazing. I've already said that. There's so much to say and so little time. We played games, we did bingo, we had like an icebreaker, they gave out prizes. Of course, Shelly was there, and then Shelly's sister and her daughter who helped Justine tremendously. I mean, it was a huge organizational feat to get 30 to 50 people. Justine, we stopped in the night before and we helped her set up tables, but she's like, Shelly's like, how many people signed up? And Shelly said, or Justine said, 30 to 50. You know, just a slight difference when you have a smaller space to work with, figuring out seating. But so much fun. I highly, highly recommend going to Welcome Stitchery in Blue Earth, Minnesota for a day, a weekend, a quick stop in. And Blue Earth itself is just a very quaint, very welcoming, very friendly little town, and we felt safe and so at home, and we had so many laughs and such a good time. Jamie, Kathy, Tammy, thank you again. Now my stitchy heart was 20 times bigger, and I don't know, it's still in there. It's not coming out yet. Okay. And I can't forget Janelle and Jessica and Mary, who lives down the road. you know, in Wisconsin, even if you're 45 minutes away, you're down the road. Packer fan. And you know, Shelly and Justine are big Vikings fans, so Mary was working on a Packers pattern, and then I bought it, so we're gonna do that together. Well, not together, but we're gonna do it. Sorry, Debbie. I can't remember right now, but it was just another Julie. So nice. So incredibly nice to meet everybody. Tammy Totten, Tammy. Tammy. 20 questions, Tammy. Oh, I love her. Anyways, just new stitchy friends, and such great connections made and such a fun time had. All right. Flosstubers that I think that you should go enjoy because I enjoy them. Not exactly new, but maybe new to you. So go check them out. Stitchers Hollow. They used to be cross country cross stitch. Come cross stitch with us. But now they are Stitchers Hollow. It is two cousins, Alex and Neil. Alex lives in one of the Carolinas, I think, on the East Coast somewhere. And Neil is in Colorado. They are delightful. I think that's my word of the day. Delightful. They are fun. Neil loves squirrels and acorns and trees and all things nature related. So we have exchanged comments on Instagram because, of course, I love me the nature. I love me the nature. They're wonderful, good humans, and you should go enjoy them. Cross Stitch Couture, Fanny and Marion from France, La France. I shouldn't even try. France. I got to spend some quality time with Fanny in a stitching room, like I said, at Midsummer Stitch, and she is absolutely delightful. I love watching them. They also stitch on a large variety of things, and they're just very calming and fun. And I good friends with Alex, and I enjoy them so much. Fanny has large birds, African gray parrots, and I am all about, you know, knowing how they're doing and asking her if she adopted a new one, if they're getting along. So I've been keeping in touch, and in fact, I'm going to see them today. So yay, ladies, I can't wait. Well, I'm not going to France today. I'm going to see them on my computer screen. Okay, so they're Stitchers Hollow, Cross Stitch Couture. For free for me, and for you, I am really enjoying Renato Parolin. I said it without the L. Yay me. Renato Parolin is notorious for those really large tree silhouette patterns. I have one on the go. I'm going to restart it. We'll talk more about that, I'm sure, in an upcoming episode. She need like a half a yard of fabric for some of those. Jamie from the Pink Stitchers is working on one. Anna from Stitch Roadies has finished one. They are absolutely gorgeous, amazing patterns. This one, however, is for free on their website. Trees, squirrels. I love it. So go check that out. I will try to remember to put a link to the website below for free for you and for me. Okay, let's get into the stitching because I'm probably going to have to pause to attend a Zoom and then come back and you won't even know it. But I think we're 20 minutes in and I don't know that we've talked. I don't know. Here we go. Okay, finishes. Holy Moses. At the Needleminders Retreat, I brought I started almost 2 years ago, Heartstring Samplery Next Door. I originally started this to give to my cousin, but then I ended up living 3 miles, 4 minutes away from her. I know she's moving again, but not that far away. My best friend, my sister, my cousin. So I thought, well, this is the perfect pattern for friend stitch because I do wish that Miriam and Nithya and Sarah lived next door to me. So during Jessie Marie's WIP parade, I finished. This is one of my early on adventures in linen. And when I was just experimenting with using linen. So this is actually odd for me. If you've been here, you know I do not stitch 2/2 on really anything anymore. So I believe this was a 36 count linen. So this was 2/2 on 36 count. I cannot remember what it was. I want to say a seraphim. And I used mostly the called for and then changed the greens because originally I wanted it to match the aesthetic of my cousin's kitchen or house. And yeah, so it's finished. You guys will notice something pretty fancy about the WIPs and my finishes and my starts I'm going to show today. And if you can guess it, comment down below. If you can guess what I've done to be a little extra, to be just a little extra today, comment down below. Okay, the next pattern I designed and stitched all in one day. So is that a DSAF? Design, start, and finish? A DSAF? This is with Fear for Our Democracy I Dissent. I just called it Democracy. I have my finishing fabric in here so that I don't lose it in the shuffle of my craft studio. Studio came from, I was watching Lala D Stitch's Quilting Bee the other day, yesterday, I don't remember. And she refers to her craft room, her space, as her studio because it is our retreat and creative space, and why wouldn't where we go to be creative be called our studio? And I completely agree. So I am going to now henceforth refer to it as my studio. So here is my DSAF. I stitched that right up. I was stitching to scream that day. Done. Stitching to scream. Craftivism. There's my craftivism. Next, Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe had a big birthday in July on my half birthday. So we share, we're 6 months apart in birthdays. We're 9 years apart in age. That's okay. So July 16th, my half birthday, Stephanie's full birthday. She turned 40 and she wanted everybody to stitch, join her in stitching a Liz Matthews pattern. So I stitched Hope Celebration Small, as it is also significant to my dad's battle with esophageal cancer. I chose this Night Stalker's Calling that has purples and periwinkles for esophageal cancer awareness. And then the greens were in Color and Cotton Pickle. And there is my finish. It was a delightful stitch. I highly recommend. And happy birthday to you again, Stephanie. And thank you, now that I mentioned Dad, everybody for still reaching out, checking in. He's doing okay. We're on life-prolonging treatments, and we just found out we can eliminate one of his chemo agents, which is hopefully going to help with some of his tiredness and fatigue. But I continue to be, daughter/home health nurse, and thank you for all of your love. Thank you, and to each and every person out there that is battling a health issue, mental or physical, or if you are a caregiver, I love you. I love you. Next finish during Welcome Stitchery weekend that I got a lot of work done during the Needle Minders retreat. Oh, we should just have a treat every weekend and I would have so many things done. God's Critters by the Work Basket, which is kind of counterintuitive because I always hear about people that don't get much stitching done at retreats, and really I did do a lot more shopping and talking than I did stitching at Welcome Stitchery. But somehow I got to finish. And Justine rang her cowbell for me, and it was so much fun. So this is Critters by the Work Basket. I chose all of my own flosses, and this is definitely not the called for fabric from, what are these patterns? The 80s? 80s or 90s. This is Ledger 46 count by Be Stitch Me, and this is just a variety of threads from Stash. I'm sure there's Color and Cotton, Mo's Sale, lots of stuff. Nithya had some Whisper that I tried to utilize in the bunny's tails, and you can kind of see it. Do I recommend it on 46 count? No, it really kind of just flattened out the poofiness. I guess this is my, there's always like a word that I ruminate on during Flosstubes, and this is, I guess, my hand signal today. Critters. Done. Check. I have a list of work to finishes so that I can concentrate my efforts on projects. I mentioned last time it's just helping me find some solace in the chaos of my life right now, that I'm working to a finish and I can get some things crossed off of my WIP list. WIP is work in progress, by the way. And it's worked. Like, here's my list. Here's my fancy list on a folded in half post-it. So you can see I finished the round robin that we were working on, Ink Circles Round, our Rogue Round Robin. Another finish I'm going to show you, Crow from Welcome Stitchery. That was a challenge. Next Door is done, Critters is done, and next on the list are Yellow Submarine and In the Library. If you can read my very horrible doctor-like handwriting. Okay, so next. Earlier this year, I've mentioned this on a few other, my previous 2 Flosstubes. I think I was working on this. Justine from Welcome Stitchery had a floss challenge, and what that entailed is her sending you or going to the store and getting flosses that were picked by her employees, 1 color per employee. They all picked a different brand, so they picked their favorite color of that brand. So Classic Colorworks, Gentle Arts, Forbidden Fiber Co. I already said Gentle Arts, Classic Colorworks, Cosmo, a Weeks, and then we could add a black and a white if needed to complete our pattern. And then you had to pick a pattern and use those flosses. And it was so much fun to do that. Whole different way. Like, I color convert and use different fabrics for almost everything I stitch, but this was like the reverse. Strike that, reverse it, and I really enjoyed it. So I did Crow Flower by the Work Basket. Sorry for the glare. I promptly put this back in the package because my Work Basket patterns are quite precious to me. And here's my finish. So this was done on a 20 or 22 count Kaylee tent stitch, the sewingshop.ca fabric from Kaylee Tent Stitch. She's from Canada. I mean, if that makes a difference. I love her. I love her. I love her. And I love her fabrics. And she makes amazing bags, and she has some awesome kits, so please go check her out. I believe this was Perfect Purple. Something. I already took the card out of here. Hold on, maybe I got it. Winter's Dream. Not Winter's Dream, Kaylee Tent Stitch, 20 count Aida. I'm not sure how we're supposed to say that these days. Aida. Close enough? Close but no cigar? Either one. So that was a finish some time ago because we had to send Justine the picture by July 1st. So I did get it done by July 1st. I just haven't seen you. which is crazy. The next finish I finished at Welcome Stitchery as well. So Justine's next challenge for the year is the 2024 Christmas JBW challenge. And by November 15th, we have to send her pictures of, we had to buy a JBW design from her store, and then we have to send her pictures by November 15th of our finish and or fully finish, and then you get entered into drawing for gift cards to her store, which I have no issue with whatsoever. I would have no issue spending there whatsoever. So I picked out Reindeer by JBW Designs. I really enjoy, like, I hadn't looked at them closely enough in the past to notice, like, inside of their designs are these teeny tiny motifs inside of the main motif. And I thought that was just super duper cute. So look for more JBW designs in my future, because now I've taken the time to not only look at them, but stitch them. And here's my finish. I omitted the word reindeer. I'm going to make it into an ornament. I don't think it matters. And then I used a separate contrasting color for the little motifs. And I enjoy this so much. This is Vapors, a 46 count by Atomic Ranch that I got at Welcome Stitchery that day. I also got these threads that day for the colors, Peacock by Gentle Arts and Bandana by Classic Colorworks. And I also went down to the quilt store. I started this on Friday and finished it on Saturday, and then we walked down to the quilt store and I found this backing, this holiday themed fabric that I'm going to use as backing fabric when I finish it. Right there it says Christmas goods, holidays. Perfect. All in Blue Earth, Minnesota. So that is also a finish. Not a fully finish, but it will be, because I'm going for the gift cards. So I will spend it there. I will have no issue spending anything there. I won a couple gift cards. I didn't win them. I got a mystery pack of patterns, and in the mystery packs that Justine was selling, there were some of them, there were hidden gift cards in there, and I won like $20 and gone. Okay, what time is it? I've got time. New starts. I've had a few. Just a few. Let's start with clowns. So clowns are cute. Hashtag clowns are humans too. If anybody wants to join that, another stitcher and I, whose name I did not write down and I cannot remember. I had posted this on Instagram, and I know this is also the Bring Out Your Kit sale. This is what I'm doing for, hosted by Jen's Fiberweb and the Thread Gremlins. I found this on eBay. I mean, clowns are people too. But are they? Somebody commented. I think so. Clowns are people too. But look at the little bird. And it's teeny tiny. Like, this is the size fabric that's in the kit. It comes with a frame. Of course, your little DMCs and the little pattern. And there is my start on that, which I should just finish, like, in a day. And I will. I'll pull it back out soon and finish it. This, I'm going to tell you about these right now, you guys, because for those of you that like to make your own needle binders like I do, these, my friends, are the, for Crocs. The little shoe decorations you can get for Crocs, and they have that little plug thing on the back of them. They're like silicone or something. Cut the black thing, the shoe attachy thingy, cut it off, glue on your magnet, and you have a needle binder. So I, go big or go home. Needle down. We have a needle down. A needle down. I'll find it. There it is. I got it. eBay. No, not eBay. Amazon. Amazon for, I don't know, $10, $12. Literally a pack of 100. 100. Hopefully I don't need 100 needle binders soon. You never know though with me. Next. I started a sale for this. I announced it on Instagram, so now I will officially announce it here on my Flosstube. This is the Heart and Hand Tiny Town series. Many a stitcher have either have these on the go or have finished them. I think they are super cute and adorable. So why not, for me anyways, in my taste, make them even more cute and adorable by stitching them 1/1 on 32 count. 32 count. So they're teeny weeny tiny towns. So my sal, if you choose to join me, is hashtag teeny weeny tiny town sal. Look at how little and cute. My idea for finishing these will be to get some kind of, to put them on something and put them on a magnet, and where I've seen people that make like a magnet board so I can switch them out. I don't know. Somehow. Because they're only going to be like this big. Like, not even. Teeny weeny tiny towns. This is on Live and Die LA Bayou. 32 count Lugana, and I did my own color conversion to Tudor silks so that I could utilize, Tudor silks are very fine for the 32 count over 1. 32 count. I did get a darker fabric while I was at Be Stitch Me because I wasn't really fond of how the white was showing up on here. However, and I told the needle minders I'm going to restart it, and they looked at me like I was crazy. And I agree, that would be crazy. But going forward, I am going to probably utilize this Grog 32 count for the ones that I want on a neutral. And then I have a blue somewhere in my life that I'm going to utilize for a few other ones. Okay. Next, my friend Amity, Boomerang Stitches, part of the Hathaway Stitchers. Hathaway Stitchers are Erin and Amity. They are sisters who live next door to each other, and Hathaway is the name of the street they grew up on. Now you know. Now you know the rest of the story. The kindest souls on earth, literally. I could just gush for a long time over them. They, Amity designs patterns under Boomerang Stitches. And this, my friends, is her Schitt's Creek sampler. If you are a Schitt's Creek fan and you have not seen this yet, now you have, and you need to go to her Etsy store, Boomerang Stitches, and purchase Schitt's Creek sampler. And then please use the hashtag that I have started. Hashtag, I have asked you thrice now for a sal. I have asked you thrice now for a sal. Amity gifted me this pattern. I cried. So this is Stitchy Kindness as well. And here, my friends, is my start. I have my David Rose needle minder, and I have the first square. I am at a crossroads. What else is new? I may do each of the motifs separately and then cut them out and put them on a project bag. Or I may just do the whole sampler. I don't know yet. I made a Schitt's Creek. I have several Schitt's Creek bags that I made a while ago. So I commandeered one from another. There was another project in here, and I commandeered it to. Oh, sorry, I'm showing the pattern. Sorry, Amity. To put the Schitt's Creek sampler in. So Schitt's Creek fans, shitheads. Shitheads unite. Oh, I have a hair on there. I have my hair on there. Not even a cat hair or dog hair. Okay. 25 count. 25 count. 22 count. 22 count 1/1. 22 count. I have like a swath of this that I had gotten at an estate sale. So I'm using it for this. And I have plenty more if I decide to do these all separately. I am putting things away so that things don't get lost. Okay, next start. I resisted until I could not resist anymore because this just kept getting better and better and better, and I should have just bought it to begin at the start because I knew in my heart that I was going to end up getting it anyways. This is Beautiful Biomes by Pixel Pixie Cross Stitch. She did, she had a stitch along last year that was nature related as well. And the name is escaping me. It's a WIP. I still have it as a work in progress. This is the one for the Share Beautiful Biomes. So each band is a different biome. And I am in love. I'm in love. I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. Here is my start on Beautiful Biomes. This is Regency by Seraphim, 46 count, and my floss is Lieberd Walk by Cottage Garden Threads. And I really like my lighting right now so that you can see how the modeling in this fabric complements the thread choice that I made. Now, do I want to do each of these biomes in a separate thread color? Yes. Do I want to get all creative about that? Of course, but I'm not. I'm gonna make this easy on myself so that I can continue to work on it and finish it by just using one color of thread, one variegated color of thread. Love Cottage Garden Threads. I have mushed and gushed about them many, many, many a time. They just, they feel like you're working with silk, really. Like, they just do. If you have not tried or have been on the fence about trying, I would highly recommend it. I would encourage you to take that leap. I definitely would. Get it. Next new start was another. No, that's it for new starts. Right? Oh, I forgot to finish. Okay, back up. I made 4 of these for Needle Minders Retreat. These are Needle Minders. These were done with a Tudor silk, and I can't remember the color, 40 count 1/1 to commemorate our Needle Minders Retreat for this year. A needle minder. Needle Minders, needle minder. Say that 10 times fast. So now on to WIPs. There was a pause that you won't know about because I had the opportunity to join some fantastic stitchy friends on a Zoom call where we stitched and chatted, and it was also very cup filling, and my heart just grew 10 more times, so that's 30 times. So it really is like breaking out of my shirt right now. So thank you, Alex, for organizing that, and thank you to everybody that was there. Karen, I met Ruth, who lives in Wisconsin, and yes, Ruth, I will let you know about Primitive Gathering things. Caroline was there. Fanny. Oh, correction from early in the video when I talked about Flosstubes. Fanny and Marion are the Soul Stitchers on YouTube. Fanny's Instagram is Cross Stitch Couture, but they are the Soul Stitchers. I will put that on the bottom and correct myself. So, oops. Okay, WIPs. So during the call, I worked on my first WIP because it was on top of my WIP pile, and I just pulled it and worked on it. This is Bird Herd by Amity from Boomerang Stitches. Bird Herd. OG Bird Herd. And here is where I am at. I did my own color conversion on this, but I picked colors that were very close to the called for in Amity's pattern. I converted to mostly overdyes. This is being done on 22 count Hot Cocoa by Bee Stitch Me, which is, can't hold on to things because I'm frustrated. So I got this whole branch and part of this and the rest of the bird and part of the word bird and part of the word herd bird herd nerd. There is a hashtag for this. There are two, hashtag bird herd sale and hashtag bird herd nerd sale. So if you are stitching, oh, and it's in a bag that Erin made me, oh, which I love. I love them. I love you guys. Next is my hashtag motif a week project that I have been doing a motif a week on all year long so far. I am on schedule. This is And a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor. It's a big one. And let me tell you, this is really working out for me. It really is. Like, the progress I have made on this is incredible for as large of a project as this is. When I started this year, I had like this corner done, not even a page. And now I am like closing in on, I think, 4 pages of this pattern by doing one motif a week. Yes, some of them are large, and I think to myself, what did I get myself into? But some of them are tiny. So some weeks I might do 2 or 3. Some weeks I just do 1. You know, it just depends. This is a 46 count antique white Zweigart fabric. And all the call for Floss Monster of DMC. If I can't find a DMC and I need it for a different project, well, I just go to And a Forest Grew. Chances are it is in here. That's a lot. That's a lot of colors. Okay, the next one, my very special friend Sarah from Modcross. Hi, Sarah. Is also a designer under the name Modcross, and she has designed these beautiful bloom patterns. She has 2 out right now that you can get on her Etsy store, and coming soon, Needlework Marketplace, to a LNS or an online needle shop, a local needle shop or an ONS online needle shop near you. She is participating in Needlework Marketplace. Please go support her. She has her bloom patterns and some other extremely cute and fun patterns, and I love them all. I have restarted this now 3 times. I finally restarted it. The final 3rd time's a charm. Restarted it when we were together a few weeks ago at our retreat, and I decided to use this beautiful piece of fabric I got at Be Stitch Me that weekend in the colorway Luna Moth, because everything looks good on blue, right, Sarah? And when I restarted it the 2nd time while we were there on this fabric, I was doing 1/1 because it is 22 count, and I just wasn't liking the way my stitches were laying. So I got talking to them about tent stitch, and Miriam pulled up some tutorials because I wanted to know what the difference between half stitch and tent stitch was, and what the hubbubaloo was about tent stitch. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna try a little swatch of it and see how it feels. And so I am doing this, my friends, 2/1 tent stitch, and I like it. I like it. I like the coverage. I like the way it's turning out. The next release she's in the series, she'll have 3, will be Cosmo. It's pretty. I may have been privileged enough to watch her finish the model, and it is gorgeous. So she will have 1 more, because my idea is if she has at least 4 bloom patterns, I can get a window pane with 4 windows and put the flowers in the window pane. In the window panes. I made these portfolios using a pattern from, oh my gosh, I forgot her name. She has a Flosstube. She sews, she makes lots of project bags. She also sells them. But she had this pattern. And yes, some of my cacti are upside down, and I do not care. I do not care. So you can use, the pattern does have an option to make one side for bobbins, to hold your bobbins in vinyl, but I made 2 pockets for everybody because we all floss drop, and then there are back pockets, and I really like these. I'm not great at binding, but I will only get better with practice, right? Practice makes progress. Blue-footed boobies. Blue-footed boobies. Next is my Carolyn Manning that I have on the go right now. Well, I have two, but I'm going to restart one. It's okay. Carolyn Manning. Just another Manning Monday. So I try with all my might to work on this on Mondays. Sarah sometimes reminds me. She has been very vigilant about putting at least a thread in hers every Monday. I'm doing Pipevine Swallowtail. And I, my friends, have completed almost all of the black in the pattern. Yay! So I get to just start filling in all the color. I have a little more black in here. And then I will I may just move on to the color right now and finish the black later. I don't know. We'll see. The other pattern of hers that I have started that I'm going to restart was on this fabric also, patchouli, but I was like, well, what was I thinking? I'm not for finishing purposes. So I'll just restart it on a different piece of fabric. That's okay. We will, need 612 times 2 years to stitch all the Carolyn Manning patterns that we want to stitch. That was 40 count, number 12 stitch co, and it was an ornament cut, so there was no color name on that. The other day I was feeling like working on a small and maybe getting a finish, which I did not, but I pulled this out so that I could leave it out so that I could try to work towards a finish. This is Day Signs by Tiny Modernist. Katie, who I just got to Zoom call with, she was there, and I started the hashtag Day Signs sale, start along, stitch along, in April, I believe, in April, because we were feeling like we needed some sunshine. And I am working on the llama down here, and I am doing this on a fabric that I dyed. This is a 22 count me dyed, and I love the way this turned out. I will probably never be able to replicate it, but it turned out gorgeous. I will do all 4 of those on here. And I did a color conversion on this to Cosmo threads. So I think there's only one non-Cosmo that I'm going to use for the llama, and the rest are all Cosmos. That is Day Signs. And last, but certainly not least, this is on my work to a finish list. This is In the Library by Mojo Stitches, and I just remembered that my needle minder fell off of this, so I'm going to put it back on right now while I am thinking of it so that I do not lose it again. Oh, because the back of the magnet's gone. I guess I'll find a different magnet, put it on later. This is In the Library by Mojo Stitches. I think I already said that. This is what happens when your recording doesn't record and you have to do it for a 3rd time. There's an informal sale stitch along going on with me and Laura from Lolity Stitches, who I believe may have finished this, if I'm remembering correctly. Laura, am I right? And if you have not watched Laura from Lolity Stitches, where are you? Please go watch her. She is just a ray of sunshine, a literal ray of sunshine in your life. So I pulled this out and worked down on the 2nd shelf right in here and got a little bit done just yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I am going to leave this out to make it my focus. Yellow Submarine, and how should I say this politically correct? There's some tension there. It is a 2/2. It was one of my first linen starts, and I am not a 2-strand stitcher anymore, so it will come out, it will get done. I just need to be in the mood. Stitchy kindness time. So, Needle Minders Retreat. Let's start there. Miriam had recently went on a trip to see family across the ocean, and she brought us back some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fabrics, hand-woven fabrics, hand-woven Persian Iranian fabrics. I see project bag. I see project bag. Oh, so pretty. She also gave us these extremely cute palm hand-weaved little baskets, a spool of sulky 12 weight variegated, so many yards, what to do, a couple of dinky dye threads. There, now they're out. I had to put everything back and then try to rearrange it so it was back in the same order. So I'm struggling a little bit. Some silk, and I can't remember. Oh my gosh, I have it written down, that she uses that is like a thicker silk. And I love that green. Isn't that pretty? And a Night Stalker's Calling in a colorway that I didn't have. Daydreams. Isn't that gorgeous? And then some of her needle or floss drops, and this super cute needle minder. Thank you, Miriam. And it was all neatly packed into this very cool bag with this super funky, awesome bird, which made my heart smile. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am spoiled. We are spoiled. Thank you, Miriam, and I'm so incredibly happy that you had the opportunity to go see family for as long as you did. It makes my heart happy. Oh, also from Miriam, before she left, I got a surprise package in the mail for no other reason than she is an amazing person, and it was at a time that I needed a pick-me-up, and I'm not going to cry today, so... In that surprise package was a work basket pattern, seasonals, work basket, sampler. It is called the Hope Sampler, to give me and my dad hope for his cancer. And it is gorgeous and beautiful, and I will be stitching this for sure. I was looking for fabrics when we were on our needle minders retreat, but I decided that I probably have a good fabric here. So, and this gorgeous blue hand dyed, she dyed this, and I believe it is a 20 count Ada. Beautiful, and a very sweet card with some very sweet sentiments from a very, very, very sweet person. Thank you, thank you. Nithya, Daybreak Stitchery, at our Needle Minders retreat, kitted us up a project and gave it to all of us. Did we decide when we were going to start this? Wildflowers by Kathy Barrick, which I have been looking at for a very, very long time. Every time I see it, I'm very drawn to this. And now I have it. Now I have it. Not only do I have it, but I have it completely kitted. So Nithya gave me a 40 count piece of River Gum by Fox and Rabbit. And she did a color conversion for us with these, look at these beautiful colors. Look at this soft palette of beautiful threads. I cannot wait to do this in this palette. So pretty. So pretty. Thank you again. Spoiled, completely rotten. Sarah. Oh, that's Sarah. Sarah is not only a very talented cross-stitch pattern designer, an amazing, great human, she is also a very, very, very talented flower artist. And so is her 10-year-old daughter, by the way. This is salvia that she pressed and then framed. And everybody got different flowers. And this is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so happy that I'm here today to show you so I can hang it up in my house. Because now it will be on my wall. She also made us, these were pieces of a project that Nithya and Miriam had gotten at a stash unload sale from a guild member, the Embroiderers Guild chapter that we belong to, and they were mostly already stitched, and then Sarah finished them into their little samplers that she finished into, mine has birds, into these little cases. And you know what they're perfect for, Sarah and friends? My magnet clips that I stick on my glasses to stitch fit in here exactly. Ta-da! Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Sarah's, was this from your mom or you, Sarah? I can't remember. Also, a jar of delicious red and black raspberry jam, which is going to move to my kitchen so it can get in my belly. Get in my belly. We also had a freebie table, a freebie floor, I should say, because we didn't really have enough table space. So we just put all our freebies in the middle of the floor. Hi, Lucy. No, no. Oh, boy. And then we were, throughout the weekend, we were picking things out that we saw that we wanted. So I got me a couple things. Oh boy, I got a couple. Nithya had gotten a Color and Cotton grab bag from the Color and Cotton website. So she threw a myriad of colors of these just non-floss dropped threads. So, I mean, gorgeous. They will all go to use because I color convert almost everything. This piece of periwinkle fabric, I don't know who, Miriam, did you bring this? 18 count periwinkle. Periwinkle is the color of esophageal cancer awareness, so perfect. It was calling to me. And this is 20 count Dusk by Fiber on a Whim. Then I got the Blue Flower Autumn, Seasons of the Heart Autumn, and I already have Spring, and I have the one that was Hearts for Pam. So completionists. Could not pass this up. Fractor Flowers, la-di-da. I mean, even without, we talked a lot about, you don't have to stitch the whole pattern. Like, you really don't. So, Fractor Flowers. The Gazebo, Mare Beck. This is a pattern from 1981. Like, if you look at it quick, it's hand-drawn, the symbols. I love that. I love vintage patterns like that. A Stitch for Sweet Freedom. I've wanted this. I've looked at it a million times. So, Lindy Stitches. 3 Lacy Squares by Works by ABC. Miriam's Sulky Variegated Thread. Might just happen. And Strawberry Fair by October House. Look at that bird and this big strawberry. I love this. Did one of you finish it? And that's why we have it? I can't remember. I'm going to put these all back in the bag in case my computer decides to be a gobbledygook again. That's a very politically correct term for what I really want to call it. In fact, I'm going to pause for a minute and make sure we're recording. And now, my friends, for the investment portion of the show. It brought me joy. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, first stop, de-stitch me. And I will try to go as quick as possible. Ink circles. Out there. I mean, why wouldn't I? Look at those monkeys. Oh, monkeys. I've looked at this many times, finally decided to grab it. Sweet Wing Studio, Among the Trees. I am at home among the trees, because I am. Nithya and I decided to get Mojo Stitches Rosella Rests. Look at that bird. And then we decided to convert it to Cosmo threads. So when we were at the Beautiful Sip and Stitchery, we picked up the Cosmo threads for this. I got some fabric. This is a 32 count even weave in the colorway Gaia. Teeny tiny tiny towns. Teeny tiny tiny towns. I also got a 40 count even weave in the colorway Ghoulish. Oh, stop it. just a little 1/8 of a yard. 40 count I can do tiny stitching, 40 count I can do regular 40 count stitching. Way out of my comfort zone with this, but Miriam's pattern in the Sears Halloween, just cross stitch Halloween, her owl, hoot, hoot, it's an owl, will go perfect on this. This is 46 count. Another, I don't know what I'm thinking, I must be wanting to do a lot of Halloween, because this is 40 count in the colorway Ghoulish. So good. And this is 40 count in the colorway Garden Party. And I will use this, my friends, for many a thing. There was something specific, though, that I said, oh my gosh, that's going to look great on that. And now I can't remember what it is. But I will figure it out. I will figure it out. I'm going to make a pile over there. Next up, Beautiful Sit-In Stitchery. Since I had this out already one time, I gotta get it out again. Here are the Cosmo threads for Rosella Rest. I can't wait. I saw this and it was intriguing. This is a Godwin DMC. It is hand painted. 11 yards. Isn't that just magnificent? Look at that. Look at that variegate. Look at those colors in that variegation. So I am excited to try this out. I do not know what pattern. To be determined. TBD. TBD. And here's Jarek. Jarek, do you want to say hello before I pause you? Hi, hello. Thank you for supporting St. Jude. So hopefully you guys don't see anything twice, because this will be now the 4th time I have recorded a portion of my investments. Just breathe. Okay, Beautiful. I believe we're done. And if we're not, I'm sorry. You'll see that some other time. I'll rewatch and re-show if I have to. Welcome Stitchery. Oh, welcome Stitchery. I mean, it was a long weekend, so just bear with me. So Justine has a lot of stock from when she bought the store from the location in Crystal Lake. So she had these mystery bags that everybody was starting to buy. She was all of a sudden like 30% off or 40% off. I can't remember. So everybody, a lot of people got one. And we all opened them and shared what was inside of the mystery bags. They had nothing to do with weddings. Although I suppose you could buy it for a stitchy friend that was getting married and it could be their wedding gift. And there were fun things. And there were also gift cards hidden in some of them. And of course, you know, right, Jamie, Chris, and Erica, if you get a gift card, then you didn't really spend money. So inside of mine was this very cute pattern from Lindy Stitches. Cat Stretches in the Daisies. Oh, I will figure out how to change the cat to either gray calico like Luna or black one-eyed cat like Jack. I want to change all black cats to one-eyed black cats. Creation 3 Rosewood Manor score on my mystery bag. Birds. All birds. I see bookmarks. I see spot your number for our spot sampler for next year for our birthdays, right, Miriam? All the birds on that. Oh, there was one more. Where is it? Oh, Bloom in Spring by Heart and Hand. So quick, it would literally take me an hour to stitch that. So I am all about trying to do smalls, and I believe that was all that was in there besides of course, my gift cards, which then justified my purchase when I went back for the 4th time to the store. Justine every year has a different designer or a designer design a welcome pattern for Welcome Stitchery. This year was Tracy Horner from Ink Circle, so I had to buy Tracy's pattern that she designed for Justine's store. Welcome to my parlor. Very cute. And she had the DMC thread packs hanging on the wall next to it, so kitted up and ready to go. I just gotta pick a fabric. That's always awesome. Oh, Jamie. We're very good influences on each other. How now, brown cow? Hands across the C sampler. I'll just fit this in with all my other, you know, extra large pattern starts and plans that I have with her and others. How now, brown cow? Our idea is to get rid of this verse or this poem that is just really weird and hard to understand and replace it with how now, brown cow, because why wouldn't you? And then my idea is to get rid of some of this lawn, because that's going to be a lot of stitching, my friends. Put a cow on the roof and a cow on the doorstep. What do you think? I like it. I got the new Plum Street stack because I have almost all of them, and it's ducks and they're so cute. Plum Street stack. She had a plethora of patterns in bins that she said she had bags sitting there, and she said fill a bag for $5 because she has a lot of stock, old stock, and she needs to get rid of it. So I proceeded to fill a bag for $5, and I will just show you some of the highlights of that endeavor because there were a lot. Lizzie Kate, hate less, love more, a sentiment that we can all get on board with these days. Or any days, really. Hate less, love more. Tiny Modernist. Flip it around, Julie. Donkey Biscornu. Tiny Modernist. Donkey Biscornu. A Donkey Biscornu. I'm in. There were some work basket patterns. I think I may already have this, but if I do, I know a friend that might not, and I will give it to her. All things sampler. Upside down. Proverbs 2. And sampler row. And again, I'm just seeing a lot of motifs that I can put in that sampler and not stitch the whole thing. This, however, Lewis Lobster Needlebook. Lewis is my dad's name. Lewis Lobster Needlebook. It's a whole kit. Fabric, threads, backing fabric, pins. Lewis Lobster Needlebook. Again, a whole bag of stuff for $5. And then Mary, my friend that I met from down the road in Sparta, 45 miles down the road in Wisconsin terms. Packers Christmas tree. This designer will design, from what I was told, anything, any words on the side of the tree, and I can't show the pattern for that long. So with my gift card, I had looked at this fabric over and over and over again all weekend. So I had a gift card. I bought it. If that does not scream Green Bay Packers, I do not know what does. Jamie was looking at sparkly threads for her JBW design, so I proceeded to look at sparkly threads with her so that I could help her, and then, you know, found my own. Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. So you may see a very sparkly Green Bay Packer Christmas tree headed your way. I can't put those in here. I have to put them back in here in the event that my computer eats my recording again. Banana oil fabrics. It may be a blessing and a curse that on occasion she will dye 40 count fabrics. 40 count fabrics. I mean, works of art. How many times do we say that we could frame these fabrics and hang them on our wall? Again, blessing and a curse, because blessing, she doesn't do it very often, so that I don't spend lots of money on banana oil fabrics. Curse, because I wish she would dye more 40 count fabrics, because they're gorgeous. They're awesome and lovely. I got my 56 count fabric of the month from XJU Design. This is the colorway Tombstone. Very excited about this one. Oh, 56 count. I did an order with Owl Forest and got some of their thread pack, 2 of their thread packs. One for 100 owls. I love the variegation in their threads. Need to start that. I am kind of waiting because I'm already growing one. I'm already growing an Owl Forest pattern. I already have a Owl Forest on the go, and it's growing. Well, it's not growing right now. I haven't worked on it in a while, but it will maybe become my motif a week when I am done with And a Forest Grew. And then I got the thread pack for the Mushrooms and Toadstools, which is their free year-long sale that I am downloading, but have not yet started either, but I will have it whenever I'm ready. Owl Forest. I am in the quarterly club for Barefoot Needle Arts, and this quarter it was Sand Dollar. And I love that it's quarterly. I feel like that's manageable. It's very wrinkly, but it's a very nice neutral. I love their fabrics. They are always beautiful. Barefoot Needle Arts quarterly. I highly recommend it. I get 40 count. They do not have 46, otherwise I would do that. I got the Lindy Stitches, my Endangered Species Club pattern. The ring-tailed lemur. I need to start these. They're so good. They're so good. She's such a good human. She really, really is a good human for doing that. Oh, ink circles. Somebody was doing one of these. Can't remember. Saw it on Instagram. Stopped what I was doing. Went to Tracy Horner's website to see if she had any of these left. I think it was Deanna from Darling and Whimsy. Skunks. Skunks. Skunks, not only the pattern, but the entire kit to finish these, to stitch them. The fabric, the finishing fabric, the ribbon, the threads. And sorry about Lucy chewing on her bone in the background. Skunks. Need I say more? Midsummer stitch. I was in the Hathaway stitching room and we were being held hostage. We couldn't leave, otherwise we couldn't get back in, so I just stayed with them as long until they logged off. And I love Erin and Amity, and I loved having a conversation with them. I was so happy to be able to like converse with them in person, virtually. I was saying that I love the smell of skunk. That's just something strange about me, because she was stitching on a pattern with a skunk, and she proceeded to look up candles that are skunk scented. So yeah, I'm gonna order one. I haven't yet, but I will, and I will light it when I want people to leave my house. Because I will enjoy it, but other people probably will not. I have a new designer obsession. Work basket, move over, because Handarjets Frem. Can one of my overseas friends please tell me how to pronounce this? They have patterns as well, and kits, but they produce these calendars every year from like 1960 forward to the 90s, at least, that I've seen. And I got the 1971 first specifically because it is full of birds. It's birds. It's all kinds of cute, funky, weird, fun, colorful bird patterns, and I couldn't resist. There's weirdo animals in here. I am in love with this stork, seagull-ish, big white bird with this little alien guy and a bird riding on the bird. Somebody, oh, Caroline Stitching Corner said stitch something with stars for her birthday sale. That has stars. Oh, that has stars. Caroline, I might be stitching that for you. So if anybody has any of these calendars and you don't want them anymore, feel free to contact me. Okay, kit it up, or bring out your kit sale, Jen's Fiberweb and the Thread Gremlins. I went down an eBay hole, and not that I didn't have enough kits already in my life, but I found when I got the clown, I also found Raggedy Ann. I am a Raggedy Ann kid. I had Raggedy Ann and Andy, homemade. And this is a lesson in read the entire eBay listing. Go watch Cross Stitch the Globe, Stephanie and Allison, to see their eBay hints and tips. I did not read the entire listing. I'm not a novice, but I didn't. So this is Angry Bluebird. And Angry Bluebird came like this, without a cover page. I don't care. And this is how it was kitted. It was $5. I'm not mad. All that DMC costs more than $5, so whatever. I did some other shopping on the Facebook Marketplace and the eBay. Another work basket pattern, memory keeper. I'm like, it's really thick, and I was like, what the heck? But then I turned it over, and it's more because they finished it in like this fold over envelope type style. So that's just a piece of it that you're seeing on the cover. My big toe designs, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I say that all the time, so I had to have it. Wall of Positivity Jan Holder. I love Alexandra Adelaide patterns. I love them. If you ever see models of these patterns, the covers, pictures do not do them justice. They are absolutely gorgeous. This only uses 3 colors. They're big. They're deceivingly big. 244 by 134. Love them. Oh, honey, I am that mom. I'm sure I've said that to my kids more than several times. So, look at the hen looking at her chick like, yeah, I am that mom. Amity does it again. Boomerang stitches, freak for the beak. In my last floss tube, I said, Amity, embrace that. Embrace that. Not only did she embrace it, she designed a pattern. An awesome pattern. Look at those birds. Look at those colors. Freak for the beak. I am so excited. I mean, they could be stitched individually. You can put them all together. You could have a freak for the beak pillow with little bird, all of these birds on a pillow. I mean, do what you will. This is amazing. So creative. So whimsical. Freak for the beaks unite. Bird herd. This is an entire book on the eBay for $5. So what? No matter what your team, of course I'm going to stitch the Packer one. They're all in here. Every helmet of every team. Now, there are teams that do not exist anymore, and from 1987, and there are also teams that have changed their names. So, you know, if that is, yours might not be in here. Here is the pattern that Allison, Nikki, Nancy, and I picked to start at the kickoff of the NFL season, the Packers opening game day. Green Bay Packer gnome. So I'm sure I will do this along with the Packer tree. And that was on the Etsy. That's on the Etsy. I'm not sure who the designer is. I got an Abby Topknot order, the Houses series. This is only the second one I've gotten of that series, House Barn, because who am I? And how can I resist a Red Barn, Wisconsin, these huge sunflowers, and flying cows? The cows are floating in the air. Like, this is This is my favorite one so far. I love the greenhouse. I have that one too, but that's my favorite. Darling and Whimsy, Here We May Be Free. I love Deanna and her designs and their meaning. She does such a good job. And then I got the new Quirky Quaker sea animals and their corresponding cottage garden, the red packs. So we have the stingray, the pufferfish, and my favorite sea creature, the narwhal. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. I love narwhals, the unicorn of the sea. So I don't know if I will use those threads for these or if I will pick my own threads like I enjoy doing. But nevertheless, I have 3 more cottage garden threads, and there's 2 colorways in each of these. So I am never upset about having more cottage garden threads in my life and in my stash. And then, last but certainly not least, my yarny goodness of the month is from, as I always show, from the fabulous dyers at Farmer's Daughters Fiber in Montana. I will always support them. They do very, very good things for the indigenous community, and they dye magnificent looking yarn. So why not? So that's it. I hope this all recorded. I hope I didn't miss anything, and if so, I will show you next time. I will try not to do a Midwest goodbye because this is going to be very long. And I am so happy you were here with me today. I am so happy to be a part of this community. I love you all. If I forgot to mention you and we've had interactions lately, I apologize, and I will, don't be mad at me. I'm trying. Happy stitching, my friends. It is always a pleasure to be here and to talk to you, and I look forward to more interactions because I've found my tribe, I've found my people. You are all amazing. Keep being good humans. Take care of yourselves. Do what you can with what you have when you can. Be safe. Be kind. I love you. Peace. Goodbye, my friends.